All right, everybody, I'm here with Katelin. Is it Kalik or Kalik?
It's Kalik.
Kalik.
Unless you're from the Caribbean, and then it's Kalik.
Kalik. Got it. Okay, so what is it about Jiu Jitsu that, kind of grabbed you? Because you started out a little different than you are now, right? So tell me about that. Well, let's start with what was it about Jiu Jitsu that really grabbed your attention?
Well, like I said, I always wanted to do a martial art, and it's like, well, which martial art would be best for someone my size?
Yeah.
And I used to do Taekwondo. When I say used to do, I was not good at it, and I don't even know what the belt system is in Taekwondo, but I did it in college as a first semester.
Okay.
I was terrible at it. I'm not very good at throwing a punch, but I'm like, well, if I were to do a martial art, what would it be?
Yeah.
And I'm a total klutz, so I figured I'd end up on the ground anyway.
Gotcha.
When I was in high school, I lived on a farm. So I had a six-pack and didn't realize what a blessing that was. I was used to cutting and chucking wood.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
we
okay.
had a wood burner, so we had to cut all of our wood for winter.
Yeah.
So they'd pull up in front of the house during the summer, drop off a full semi-load of logs, and we spend all summer cutting and hauling wood for the winter. And so I was in really good physical shape in high school. Then I went to college for software engineering, promptly started working 10-hour days at a computer without moving.
Yeah.
And then I had 3 babies on top of that.
Yeah.
So my body composition was not great.
Yeah. So
not much muscle.
So focused on career and kids at the same time. So that's difficult. Yeah.
Yeah, I had dropped all the baby weight, but it was all through diet. So I think when I started, I was down to 135, but I couldn't do a push-up. I couldn't run. I couldn't sprint. I couldn't do anything because I had no muscle mass.
Yeah. So tell me about progressing through white belt and getting your blue belt. What was that like?
Hard.
Yeah, hard is good.
Yeah, it was my first full contact sport. So I didn't really do sports in high school. I was like in marching band.
Yeah.
And then as an adult, I did running.
Okay.
I would just run, but that was about it. I didn't do anything full contact. So learning how to be in someone's bubble space.
Yeah.
Was difficult for me because it's like, oh, you have to go ear to ear. You don't get that close to a person. That's not nice.
Right.
So getting over that, just mental, it wasn't even a mental hang-up. It was just something I was doing without realizing. It was giving people personal space. But you can't do that in jiu-jitsu.
Right.
And
space is bad.
Space is bad.
Yeah.
Space is bad unless you're trying to get out of space.
Right. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Injuries, getting past injuries, surgeries, getting past surgeries. I've discovered the trick is like when you have a baby, you just get up after getting knocked down and you keep on going.
Yeah.
So it's not a matter of how many times you get injured or how many times you get knocked down. It's just a matter of how many times you're willing to get back up.
Has jiu-jitsu helped you in any other aspects in your life?
Oh, it's made me stronger.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Physically or mentally?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, if I can do this, then I can do that. That's easy.
Any goals that you've set that you've crushed thanks to being in better physical and mental space?
I know I can do hard things.
Yeah.
Long-term goals, we're homeschooling our kids.
Yeah.
So I'm like, hey,
Takes a lot of energy.
I can do hard things. And if we have a bad day, I just get up the next day and go right back at it again.
I love it. If you had a person that's in your position, mom, raising kids, homeschooling, all of this responsibility, now you've got to find time for you, right, to get yourself in better physical and mental health. What would you say to a mom that's sitting there and is looking to take the leap but is just afraid to?
Well, for me, my biggest mental hang-up was, I have to bring my kids, and I love my kids, and little twerks of theirs, like, get to me that I think they're getting to other people.
Yeah.
So I'm like, they're going to be sitting on the sidelines driving everyone else crazy, which I'm sure they drive you a little crazy,
they do
Coach.
Great. They do a great job.
But it was getting past that mental hang-up of they have to come with me.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Like there's one whistling right now.
She's learning how to whistle.
She's learning how to whistle.
Yeah.
But getting past that, they can sit there, they can do their work while I do this. It's an hour. They will survive, even if I have to use the mommy look. Hey, that mom look comes in really handy when you go into a live match and you can give the person across from you the look and they're like, oh.
All right, everybody. Well, if you want to get a round in with Katelin, come into the 11:30 typically.
I've been doing 1 p.m. because I'm getting over my latest foot injury. It's
right,
the same foot.
So mostly midday classes, if not evening classes. So Caitlin, thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you.
All right. Yes.